Hello all. I bet you're wondering why I'm looking this way right now. And the answer is I'm starting to sport a pretty significant migraine. And you might be asking yourself, why in the heck I would choose to still film with a bright light on me and everything. It's because it took me like over an hour to get ready, and I was already in the midst of getting out ready when, this thing clearly started showing signs it was going to strike. So I'm going to still go ahead and muster through this, but like so many other women in this world, because we are overworked, underpaid, overstressed, and subjected to a myriad of chemicals in the environment that really screws with our hormones. I suffer from migraines. These little head massagers, this one has like little balls and like it rolls where I need it, and like sometimes like the best thing I can do is just stick it on my head and go with it, but we're not going to keep that up for this video. Anyway, I kept this on and started this video to say this because I'm starting a migraine. I might be a little less peppy or a little bit saltier in this video than I normally am. And I don't know if I'm going to edit out any words. Be forewarned, you might want to put on headphones if you've got little kids around, or if you are a world-class champion pearl clutcher, just feel free to exit on out of this. It's fine. I won't be offended, but you may be. Hello everybody, it's Cindy, and welcome to Cindy Lou Loves Glam 2. And no, you have not stepped into a Dr. Seuss novel. I just really like rhyming things. And you know what? I'm not gonna apologize for it, because guess what? I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows that reference. In this one, we unbox a Juvia's Place holiday mystery box. So I want to start off with that so that anybody who was more interested in that can stick around for that. I will also be giving a mini review of the Physicians Formula All-Star Palette. So if you're interested in that, I'll also leave a timestamp for that down in the description. First things first, Juvia's Place Holiday Mystery Box. It is only $15. I think there have been several iterations of this. I think they've gone up, sold out, gone up, sold out. Obviously, this is what a brand does whenever they're trying to get rid of old product and product that is maybe not selling as well. And I can definitely say that with this particular mystery box that I got, that's what it ended up being. I think there was an earlier mystery box where you got a beautiful, huge makeup bag and then a whole bunch of single shadows, and then I think there was a lipstick or so too in there too. But this one specifically advertised that there would be a palette and two other mystery products. So basically just three here, $15, So as the first part of the mystery box that I got, and as I've looked at the website today, I think they're still up there. So if you want to, I think you go to the holiday bundles site or something, or the bundles part of the site, and I think there are still some mystery boxes up there if you want to get one for yourself. Okay, so the first item here I got was the Afrique palette. I'm not going to open this one because I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit for this, because I did purchase this for Black Friday, so I've had it for about a month. I really enjoy the palette, but obviously I don't need two of them. So this is what the palette looks like. A lot of people say that they don't like this palette. I actually have been reaching for this palette probably the most out of the palettes that I bought over the Black Friday after Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving time period. Because I guess, as I'm finding out, I really, really like the jewel tones in here. So I actually really like the palette. Some of these colors does take a little bit to build up, but for the most part, I think it's a really nice palette. So, but I did get a second one, so I knew that that was a possibility, and so this will be going up in a future giveaway. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I plan on giving away soon, by the way. I just have to get my stuff all together and just figure out when I'm gonna do that. I'm actually waiting on a few supplies to get here. I've ordered a few things that I plan on putting with the other giveaway items. So once those get here, I will probably be having a big giveaway soon. So with those products. So, but anyway, this is the first of the 3 products. And then the next one item I received was the Juvia's Place lip gloss in the shade Sophisticated, and this is what the shade looks like. It's a very pretty like nude pink, and there's like a little bit of gold sparkle to it, kind of a peachy pink, I guess, but it's definitely pink in my opinion. But it's a very nice nude color. I actually really enjoy this shade. It's a very wearable color, and I've not tried any of these glosses from Juvia's Place before, so definitely great. The next item is the Empress lip collection. So basically, here's what the packaging looks like. It says matte and metallic, so basically they have a shade, they give you that shade in a metallic finish and one in a matte finish. I got mine in the shade Yoko, which is an incredibly dark shade. I bet this would look fantastic on any richer skin tone. It's probably a little too dark for me. I did go ahead and open one of them. I opened the metallic because I found that, so I'll go ahead and swatch it so you can get an idea of what it looks like. But I don't wear these very often because I feel like it requires a lot of maintenance for me, and I'm not sure that it always looks the best on me. I get a lot of compliments when I wear darker lipsticks. It's just there is a lot of maintenance for me. I've also found the reason why I opened this one in particular, this is the metallic finish, is because I found that whenever I wear darker lipstick colors, I think like a metallic or shiny finish on it looks better. And I think that's also because they're adding something to it. They're adding these little reflective finishes. It does end up like kind of lightening the tone a little bit or adding a little bit more dimension to it. And that's why I went ahead and opened. Yeah, there's no smell really to it. I mean, slight chemical smell, but very, very slight. I noticed with this one, it doesn't have really much of a metallic finish to it. I've had a lot of burgundy shades in the past that are metallic that really kind of have that shine. This doesn't, and it doesn't look, I would imagine that the matte form of this would not look very different. This is the shade, what it looks like. You can see it's very, very dark, deep, chocolatey brown. Since I've obviously already opened this, I'm not going to give this one away, but I will be giving away the matte version, which is this. So stay tuned for that in a future giveaway. That's it for the mystery box, and so that's one of the items that I hauled. The next item I wanted to do kind of a mini review on just because it's been out. It's been out very recently. I think the holiday season, I think it was December or something that Physicians Formula released this, and that is the Physicians Formula All-Star Palette. This has apparently, you know, the killer of it is that it's hard for me to say, 6, products that are very popular, because 3 of these things in here are limited edition shades. 4 are limited edition, including this matte Manoy butter bronzer. I think that's also a new thing here. But basically we have the original Moreira butter bronzer that everybody loves. Pretty sure I have seen this out on store shelves, so I don't know why this one in particular is limited edition, but there's the Mineral Glow Pearls powder. There's a multicolored pressed powder, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this in the stores, but maybe this one, this particular shade is more translucent than the others. I'm not sure. We've got the Merengue butter bronzer, which is supposed to be a matte version of the original butter bronzer, and I guess they use this Merengue butter. Merengue, I don't know the difference between all of these. And then they have the Rosé All Day Petal Glow. This is a very popular product. And finally, this limited edition thing here is the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. Mood Boosting Blush. I put it on. I don't notice that my mood is boosted any, so I don't know where they're getting that. I really wanted to try this matte butter bronzer. There's a bunch of these products that I have never actually tried. I've never tried the Rosé All Day. I've never tried any of their pressed powders. I haven't tried, well, I've received a few butter blushes, but I have not tried in this glow and mood stuff. I don't know if this is a particular blush line that they have, but I've never tried that. Just a quick review. Smell wise, the Merengue butter smells different than the butter bronzer, in which everybody really loves the smell. It just smells different. I can't quite place the scent. I feel like it's more floral, some sort of island floral scent, but I don't know what it is. It doesn't smell like the original butter bronzer. And then this Rosé All Day scent, it's like very strongly rose, obviously. And I'm not sure if the rest of these have a scent to them or not, but obviously if you have issues with fragrances, you may not like this. But I think at this point in time, if you're buying stuff related to butter bronzers, you know that there's a pretty specific heavy scent associated with that product. Like all of these scents together, like since they're all kind of mashed together, you can barely smell like the butter bronzer in this because of like these other two are pulling a very heavy scent. And in fact, like when I open it up, and I kind of smell the entire palette. This smells like a woman's magazine that I'm flipping through in my OBGYN's waiting room. That's what it reminds me of, is a magazine full of those perfume samples. I am wearing this on my face today. I'm gonna be honest, this side, I tried to do sides here, and I'm not really noticing much of a difference between each side. I tried to use the butter bronzer on this side and the Merengue matte butter bronzer on this side. The only thing that I really notice a difference in is that this one might be just slightly more pigmented, and obviously the finish is a little bit more matte. But it's hard to tell because then I layered on this very glowy blush on here. Matte bronzer still blends really well. It just doesn't look as shiny or sparkly as this. But all in all, like I really don't notice much of a difference on the skin. So you might like this if you don't really like the glowiness of the butter bronzer, but you like how it blends, I suppose. But you know, if you go and put other glowy products all over it, you're not going to really notice the matte nature of it. This might be just slightly deeper, but I find that when I blended it out, it's still, again, you can barely tell the difference between the two. Hi, another future editing note here. I have had a chance to try it even longer, and I've tried it with different blushes, and in fact I have it on today, the Merengue butter bronzer, and I do notice a difference in the tone of it. It does seem to be, I don't know if I want to describe it as cool toned, but a little bit cooler toned from the original butter bronzer. See what I mean? It's still fairly warm toned, but it's not nearly as like orangey as the original butter bronzer. And so if you are looking for something with a little bit less of a warm tone and a little bit more matte, it might be the choice for you. I'm also going to leave a link to Angie Berg's video on this. She just did a comparison between the two formulas, and I find it interesting because I'm kind of a science geek like that, but I don't know if there's anything in the ingredients list that might interest you in the differences to help you like make a decision as to whether or not you want to try the new matte butter bronzer. This started out white, and I have to wonder if there's like some sort of pH changing quality of the mineral oil thing here, because it just turns into like peachy color, which it does give you kind of like a nice healthy glow without it being overly glittery like some of the butter highlighters. Like I don't really wear those so very often because it's like putting pure glitter on my face. This is just like a nice, I think, subtle sheen. And I've never used the Rosé All Day highlighter, but the same thing applies here. I think it's just a really nice pink, glowy look. This finishing powder, I actually really enjoy. Now, I thought that these mineral pearls here were going to also be like a glowy form of finishing powder. Unless you want to look like you've rubbed grease all over your face, I do not suggest using it. I think it is way too glowy for that. It is very brightening. I have tried using it under this eye here, but then I went back over it with this. So I guess in theory, if you really want that bright, glowy look, you can always go back over it with the mineral glow, or with the mineral powder here. But I enjoy this mineral powder, but obviously I don't know if it's like supposed to be translucent. I have no idea how this would work on deeper or richer skin tones, if it would show up as translucent or if it would look chalky. We're gonna have a conversation about that in here in a minute. And then finally, this blush is so subtle. Like I really had to build it up to show any color on it on my cheeks today. I guess you can see it now. But like this is so subtle that this is definitely more of like a, if you want to wear blush and you want to look glowy, but you don't want it to look like you're wearing blush, that's definitely what this color will do. I guess if you're trying to do a no makeup look, then that's the blush for you, and only if you are a pasty white girl like me. This was, I think, $17.99. I was able to find it at Walmart. Supposedly there was a kiosk dedicated to it. I did not find that. There were like two lonely ones laying in a lip smacker side kiosk for it. So I don't know if there was previously a kiosk, but they had taken it down by the time I got there because most of the products had all been taken. You know, this is an all-star palette for a reason. I really wish the blush was deeper. I kind of like the finish on it, but it's almost like getting another deeper highlighter here. And this already has two highlighting powders in here, so that would be one of my main critiques with it. But all in all, I found that, you know, each one of these blended really well. It's no surprise to me that this blended well, but this was very nice. The new matte bronzer also blended really well, looked nice with my skin tone. It was a refreshing thing to have these highlighters because, like I said, I've usually dealt with the butter formula highlighters from Physicians Formula, and they are glittery as heck, and I prefer a little bit of a glowier looking highlighter and not one that is just pumped full of glitter. Sometimes the glitter look can be cute, but for the most part, if I'm going out in the world, I don't want to look like a fairy crapped on my face. I don't want to look like a Twilight vampire. Insert whatever sparkle reference here that you want. And these are both very nice, subtle highlighters. I enjoyed the palette. Now I need to have some words, not that anybody from Physicians Formula is ever going to watch this, but I love your products. Your products are great. You've clearly hit some out of the park. The butter bronzer is very good. You know, you've got some powders that are very nice here. It would be really, really nice if you took the criticism that people have given you over the last few years and expanded your range to include everybody. because I enjoy these products a lot. And I would like some of my deeper or richer skin tone ladies or gentlemen to also enjoy it. It's just time. You've been told, you've been around for a while, you've obviously perfected some other products. You know, how about instead of giving us those ugly ass gold eyeshadow palettes that you clearly spent money dealing with, you spend some time expanding the range of the products that are already great for you. You have also some really nice foundations, but those also tend to go more towards lighter skin tones. You don't really have much of a shade range there, but I think obviously in this day and age, spending money, especially if you are a larger corporation, which I'm assuming Physicians Formula, since you're sold in the stores you are, putting some money towards expanding your range is going to be critical for you to survive the next several years of the beauty sphere, because we already have lots of brands on the market that are actually going out and showing folks that, hey, yes, we are an inclusive brand. We are including everybody. And we are going to make sure that we try to have as many shades that will suit as many skin tones as possible. There's no reason for this. And there's no reason that somebody who has a deeper skin tone than me can't go out to Walmart or CVS or wherever else you're sold and go pick up a foundation that will match their skin tone like I can. There's just no reason for it. None. Other than like you're willfully not putting your money towards that. And so I would say put your money towards that. I've also noticed that you tend to have one of the smaller kiosks in every store that you're located in. I assume that means that you need to pay to expand your space or to have space on the shelves. I would also recommend possibly investing in that so that you can have more shade tones there. And it's really kind of a shame because I really like a lot of your products. I like your healthy lipsticks. I like your Moreira butter bombs. I like the butter bronzer. I love the healthy foundation, even though it smells a little bit like I'm eating pancakes while painting my toenails. I think it's important to make sure that if you have some great products, you better make sure it's great for everybody, not just for us basic white bitches. All right, enough. I've decided to go ahead and end the video here because I do have a New Year's resolution of trying to make shorter videos because nobody wants to watch these long ass videos. Let's be honest, you know. You guys start getting sick of my presence after about, 10, 15 minutes. So I'm actually going to stop this video here, but I will be continuing my holiday haul in the next video, and it'll likely be several videos. In fact, I have probably so much material to get through, it would not surprise me if I have 3 more videos just on holiday hauls. So you have that to look forward to. I know, I need to be stopped. My makeup goblin needs to be stopped. And that's why we are going on a no-buy for a period of time in the beginning of the year. So that's it. I hope everybody had a great holiday and was safe. There's some scary events going on right now, but hopefully we will get through it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed yet, but you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe. It definitely helps me out and, motivates me to keep creating. And with that, have a great day, evening, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.